Good evening and welcome to the real world. At this time of year, I often remember when I was a bacher, I was once at a question and answer session in Yeshiva with a certain Talmud Chacham. A Rav was answering questions, and the boys were asking the predictable, boring questions, this, that, nothing very exciting. And all of a sudden, one guy says, at this time of year, in late December, he very much enjoys going to the malls. They have the displays for the non-Jewish holidays, and the music is playing, and there's a certain vibe and a certain look and a certain atmosphere in the mall that he likes it. Is there anything wrong with enjoying it, with soaking that in? So the Rav told him that I remember, he said, if you had a knife that was very fancy workmanship on the handle and it was inlaid with stones, so it was a very well-crafted knife, and someone told you that that knife was used to shed the blood of your great-grandfather, you wouldn't admire it anymore. So the Rav says, if you knew what this time of year, how much spilled Yiddish blood this time of year represents throughout history, how much hardship the Jews went through at this time of year, you wouldn't admire anything. Okay, that was very nice. I just want to very quickly connect it with something, a story I saw in the notes of the drushes that Shlomo Freifeld would give over at the Kiddush. It's an amazing story. Very quickly, Sruly says in this week's parasha that the brothers came up to Mitzrayim. Yosef says, say that you're shepherds. Why? Because the Mitzrayim hate shepherds. Because that's their God. It's not just that Yosef wants them to be left alone, that they can live in peace. Something much deeper going on over here. Yosef understood that there's two ways that ye could survive in Galus. There's two ways, two plans, two mahalchim, two approaches that the Jew can take with the guy. One, he could say, let me try to be his best friend. Let me try to be nice to by him. Let me try to ingratiate myself. I'll be good with him. And the other way is, he's going to hate me anyhow, so let me just keep my distance. We're very different. Yosef the Tzaddik was saying, don't bother trying to suck up to them. They're not going to like you anyhow. Don't try to be nice to by them. It's not going to work. They hate Rayatain. You're Rayatain, because that's what they hate. They're going to end up hating you anyhow. So roll with it, so to speak. That's who you're going to be. That's your essence. That's your identity in Galus. You're going to be hated by them. So keep distance, be hated, and serve the Rebbeinu Shalom in peace. That's Shlomo Freifeld the story. That there was a Yid in the shtetl who traveled, he left home for business. He came back, he said that there was a pogrom, Rahman al-Tzan, in the city. The Goyim had got on a rampage, and the houses were destroyed, and there were piles of broken furniture, chairs and tables on the streets. And he realized that there'd been a rough night while he was gone. He came into his own house. The house was intact. He walked into the house, and the furniture was intact. Nothing happened, not a scratch. And he asked his kids, what's going on over here? Why did they leave our house unscathed? So the sense that, Tati, you're not going to believe how smart we are. When we heard them coming, we know that the non-Jewish houses have wreaths at this time of year to celebrate the holidays, like different floral arrangements and wreaths. Maybe it was today it's a tree, whatever it was. So we ran to the backyard and we made ourselves a wreath and we put it in the window. And they came and they saw the wreath. They said, oh, and they left our house. So this Yid, like Shlomo Freifeld, took a hatchet. He started to break down the furniture and the walls and smash his house to bits. And his kids are looking at him, what are you doing? So he says, Besser, Yiddish shtub, better a Jewish house broken than a house that passes itself off as a guy that's intact. That means I'd rather have a Yiddish house and meet whatever fate I meet than that trick you played. Because we're Yidden. The pride in Yiddishkeit, the understanding of what it means to be Yid, the chachma, the seichel of this father was better a broken Yiddish house than an intact Gaish house, because an intact Gaish house is really the most destroyed thing at all. That's what Kedusha saying, and that's maybe an approach. Nobody asked me the question, but that's maybe an approach to understanding what to think, what to feel at this time of year.